It says we're live. Might be true by now.
We're alive.
We're probably live.
Now we're live.
Just in time. Someone else turned up. Hey, Christina.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, no, you're on time.
You actually were.
Perfect timing.
Yay!
For whatever this is. Episode 85.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
It really is.
It is. It's probably more than anybody ever thought was actually going to happen.
About 83 more episodes than I expected.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't been here for the full ride, but it's been fun for the portion that I have been. So we've already got some action going on in the chat. Hey, Charles, Graham, and Dave, and Ben, and Greg, and everyone else who's here. Thanks for coming out. Graham has got some gnarly stuff on the go tonight. A Tamnavulin double cask and a Fettercairn 12.
Nice.
Yeah. What? Let's just go straight to Christina and see what she's drinking because it looks delicious.
Oh, she's muted.
Oh, you're muted.
It's actually one of the reasons I was just a little late. I was making a hot chocolate to pour a little shot of Ardbeg Wee Beastie in.
Nice. I bet that's tasty.
Is that your first? Is that your first time doing that?
It's my first time doing it.
And how's it going so far?
Well, I literally just made it, so we're gonna find out.
Excellent.
Sounds terrible, honestly.
I don't know. Like, I really like chocolate and Isla.
Me too. Ed coffee and Isla, anything like that.
Yeah, they
like,
really
there's a weirdly good mix. I don't know what
coffee is terrible.
I thought we were friends, Lloyd. I don't know about all this.
Thinking can be dangerous.
That is true.
It's actually really good.
Nice.
Good to
Okay,
know.
so
Good to know.
I gotta ask about the hot chocolate. Is it like a darker kind of cocoa traditional style?
Okay. Yeah, it's like a darker cocoa. Obviously there's sugar in there. There's regular milk, and I put evaporated milk as well.
Nice.
It's and creamy and rich, and the Isla goes really well with it.
Sounds way more complicated than the smoky pepper that I'm drinking.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I did make it with Corey Vrecken.
Nice.
To give it a little bit of extra punch.
Yeah.
I'm breathing the air. Yeah, that's what I got right now.
Well, when the void has the ability to turn the air into whatever substance he or she desires, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is honestly a t-shirt idea right there. / one of those, those like live, laugh, love Karen things that people have in their house. This one would be a great, in the fancy cursive writing says you had me at Isla. And yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
All kinds of whiskey. I have a favorite whiskey in each category that I kind of really like to have with chocolate a lot. And maybe that's an episode idea right there. That's 3 bottles already gone through. Nice one, Graham. That's saying a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's certainly far below the average age of stuff that you have on hand. So that kind of speaks volumes when you got a nice 5-year-old that you enjoy a lot. And is obviously I know out east and out west it is now becoming a little more readily available. So that means maybe in 16 months it'll come to Ontario and be readily available.
Oh, somebody finally got a smoky pepper. That's good. Sort of.
Nice.
Pib is,
Pib.
it's in the same.
They are.
Oh, it's a smoky pepper. No, it's a foggy pib.
Would absolutely order a foggy pib somewhere just to confuse people.
And you have to say it in some sort of like a Cockney accent.
Oh, let me get the foggy pib, eh?
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I'm sure by now everyone has seen it because I saw one post in the tribe, so I know that there's probably been about 175 per day since then. But though they do look really, really interesting, and I mean, I don't know how much influence it's going to have. I wanted to look up that a little bit and see, like, is they just putting all this raw chocolate in these casks? Or are the bars formed and then the bars are stored in the casks, or what the heck is going on? But that's kind of interesting that it's such a big brand. It's not like some, you know what I mean, like bespoke chocolate company that you could see doing that type of thing in conjunction with a Scotch cask or whatever. But it's Kit Kat, so it's just kind of crazy to see that type of thing, but good because maybe other chocolatiers will follow suit.
I would guess that they're probably aging the cacao or the beans or something in the barrel.
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, because there's just no practicality whatsoever to a finished product, either loading or unloading. Like, there's the logistics behind that are stupid. So that's what I figured. That's what I was thinking right away. Is it like the liquid chocolate, but then they'd have to keep it at X temperature to keep it liquid? So yeah, it probably is the raw product before it's processed to that level.
I would imagine.
Oh, there. Okay. Oh, I missed the last. Jesus. Okay. There we go.
Nibs.
Yeah, the nibs.
Nibs.
When Terry gets into nibs on Brooklyn, a little treat for me, and he gets so huge. Love it. Where was that? They already did a whiskey, and who is they, Terry? Like
stop playing the pronoun game, damn it.
The pork I said this year is coming. I'm reading all the text there. Yeah, that have you guys had the new Ardbeg night? Isn't it?
I guess they released two
batches of the 19.
Yeah, I have had the first. I have not had the second.
Ditto.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering about that. Terry brings up a good point. We are massive fans of what I consider personally to be the best distillery on the planet.
I've never heard of that.
Watch it.
I don't know what you mean.
This is my sole opinion, does not reflect the entire opinion of the Cast Strength crew. I just have to disclaim that. But I mean, it is a fine product, a fine distillery with many, many wonderful tasting whiskeys, both peated and non-peated. I urge you to pick some up, give it a try.
Hey, where's our cut?
Tell them Cast Strength sent you.
It won't do anything, but tell them anyway. We like the marketing. Word of mouth is very important.
Who?
That would actually be kind of amazing. Just start to pretend discount codes for companies. Tell them Cask Strength sent you. How's that?
Mark, you know what? You might be maybe more right than you know. Because physical borders do not prevent such robes and daggers from
manifesting.
Could happen.
We know this for an absolute fact.
Could happen anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Once borders are open and such.
This, Peter, is what I was going to mention earlier, because people were mentioning the differences. Some people said there's not much of a difference, but generally a lot of people are saying that the second batch is supposed to be a little better, but I haven't gone in-depth researching it, but the reviews I did read, it's like so subtle difference. It's just, I think maybe not so much better as just a couple different notes. So to someone, it might seem better.
Right.
I mean, frankly, like it was fairly underwhelming for me. It was good. It's good. Like it's not bad or anything, but I was just like, okay, move on.
Yeah. The 23 just so remarkable, one of the best I've ever had. And just thinking about just the age up there, and you're still gonna get I know this is a general statement because there's so many variables, cast types, and all of that jazz. But I was thinking like 19
and all that jazz.
Some of that. Some really good Pete still a little bit punchier, right? But 19 years is a pretty long time to be in a cask for an Isla, at least. So yeah, hopefully that one is that's supposed to be a core release, more or less. Like they'll have different batches, but they're going to consistently produce that. I think I'm understanding that.
I believe so, yeah.
Hopefully we can see some sort of
eventually, if they keep making it, some will get up here.
Yeah. I've only had 2 Glenallachys, to be honest, and they were both delicious. So I haven't had a bad one. I know some people in the chat. I think Dave has had certainly more than I have. But yeah, no, they are one that is batting 1,000 for me as well. That's probably an episode idea right there too. Whiskeys, distilleries, or producers that have yet to disappoint us, because there are some for me. I've literally yet to be disappointed by a whiskey from quite a few distilleries, and it's not necessarily because I haven't had many from them either. It's not like, oh yeah, Compass Box is batting 1,000. I had Flaming Heart and No Name. So, but you know, I've had enough Compass Box to safely make an assumption.
We had a Glenallachie sample from the our forgotten what's it called? Advent calendar. There it is. That's the word.
Yeah,
it was a 9-year Glenallachie at 65.6%, and I hated it.
Okay.
Well,
I don't remember if I liked that.
Is Glenallachie Highland or Speyside or? Because I know you're not.
I think 90% of that calendar was Speysides.
It was very Speyside heavy.
So at 90% of that 90%, Void probably hated.
We're still working through them.
Uh-huh.
I still have a bunch left too.
They're literally stacked on the table in the living room, so we just grab them occasionally and just hate drink them.
Well, Void hate drinks them. He takes 2 sips and then gives it to me.
I have not tried that. In fact, I have not heard of it before. So it sounds like it might be something that might not be in my normal wheelhouse. But I will try anything once. Fricked up.
Twice, 3 times even, maybe.
I'll try anything.
You never know the first time. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while to get into something, you know? Looks like we got a bunch of TikTok people in the chat tonight. Hey, Alex, Stacy, Irene. I don't know if there's other people.
Yeah, thanks TikTokers for coming in and supporting your boy.
Now that my TikTok account has more followers than we do here that are going to start leaking over it. Just great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Bring them in. Hey, Jim. Good to see you, buddy. Good evening. Oh, like my brother or my associate? I'm pretty sure that's probably my brother joining us.
Nice.
Yeah, this could be fun.
Time to talk smack about your brother. All right, let's go.
What is the most embarrassing story you can tell us about Dan?
What?
Get some embarrassing stories about Dad in here. That's what we need.
No, everyone's going to be jumping on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, Mitch. No, you better throw a like and subscribe, and get all your friends too. All your friends.
Does he really need to do that?
Yes.
Is this really worth it?
Yeah, worth it.
I mean, a like, sure. Subscribe,
hell. A like, yeah. I mean, a like is easy. Subscribing means that you might actually show up in his timeline again.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Who wants that?
If you watch it, buddy, because I do have the power to either block you or put you in timeout. So,
sheesh.
Having said that,
I think they can undo that. So,
oh god,
Void is all powerful. You will be able to talk. It's fine.
Look already. Like, see, nobody's exempt from this. Okay, like we can all like this. What goes around?
See, but here's the thing.
It's true.
Here's the thing. That means I have to be embarrassable.
There is that. It's tricky.
That's true. Good man, Mitch. And thanks for coming in, bro. That's neat. Good to see you. Whoa, that is okay. That's not what you're drinking. I was like, Graham, you're really digging deep from the 2 drams you mentioned you were going to have earlier today.
Just pounding through. We're going to see drunk Graham for the first time because he's just getting through things.
The one thing I did think was kind of neat was their remarketing, kind of with the funkier, newer. I think it's fairly new that they changed all of the labeling and marketing on the Glenallachie's. If I could be wrong, but I think they did. And it's kind of like that Compass Box thing, or even like the newer Port Charlotte, where it's just totally kind of modern and not really, a traditional Scotch label, which I think is fantastic because the first.
Thought we all agreed not to bring up the incident.
the hashtag the incident. Oh, that's awesome. That is an incident.
It is. Thankfully, I was drunk enough that the only memories I have are the pictures and video. I don't actually have much memory of the event.
Yeah, okay.
Saves my brain.
That's not an incident.
That's his way to stop anybody from asking questions about it. He's like, I don't even remember anything, so it's not even a topic. I don't
have questions to Teresa, Canadian Whiskey Smith, because she'll remember it more than I did. She was there.
It's not an incident.
There was a couple people there, actually. 1 or 2 people were around, I believe, for that. So there's witnesses, people, if you search. And
there's some really weird behind the scenes pictures too. If you look
I'm definitely going to have to hit up Teresa.
I'm sure she still has all those pictures and video, whatever else she took.
Sure.
Yeah. Deanston, some great stuff coming out of Deanston, big time. I really wanted to try that cream sherry cask, Deanston, that was released, I think, on a lotto here in Ontario. So literally laugh. I'm actually genuinely laughing. That's real laughing just thinking about the LCBO bottle lotto, the most non-transparent, unfair thing on the planet. They don't even call it a lotto. That's just us saying that. They don't disclose how things are chosen, when, or anything like that. They're just like, apply for some bottles and we'll let you know if you can buy some. So yeah,
nothing shady there.
Stacy, I am nothing if not consistent. You should know that.
I am moving on. I have finished my smoky hot chocolate, which was absolutely delicious. I probably should have had this first, but it was way too hot. I am making a hot toddy, and the first time ever, I'm going to be putting in Eagle Rare 17 for my hot top.
Nice.
That is an excellent bourbon to put in. If you're gonna put a bourbon in a hot toddy, make it a gooder.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't think I've had this straight.
No,
yet.
you haven't.
I haven't had this yet.
Well, it's good to test. If it's good in a hot toddy, maybe it'll be good enough to drink straight.
Graham, that seems to be the sentiment here. It's real. The same people end up getting them kind of every lotto. And there's no, full on proof, but there's certainly a lot of evidence, and it smells like fish. But hey, it is what it is. This is basically it right there, Dave. Okay, yeah, Peter, that's right. It wasn't a lotto. It was just the online release, and then went to the shelves, and now they're gone. So fair enough. That would have been me missing out on that for sure. So my own fault. I take it back.
That happens, especially right now. It's a little tricky to get out to the LCBO sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't. I went in August. Like the second week of August, I drove to Milton because the Glen Scotia Victoriana, I had a gift card for my birthday that Dwyer gave me, and the Victoriana, it hits way above its belt at $100 at the LCBO, and there was only 3 left in the province, and 2 of them were in the town over from me. So I drove over, went to the LCBO. I waited there for open because my luck. Whenever I think that I commit to buying something and there's not many left, it's guaranteed 100% to be sold out, like between me driving to the location. But I went there, I picked up the bottle right at open. It was fantastic. There was nobody in there, nice and easy. My anxiety from going in to a store was washed away. And then I came home, and about 9 hours later, after I had a dram, I realized that I really should have picked up the other bottle that was there, because now they gone.
Of course.
And I really should trust. Like, I trust. Everyone knows our friend Adam Brudner. He's a good friend of the channel and a friend of all of ours. Has had more scotch in the past 3 years than I probably will in the next 10. And he does a lot of there's an LCBO in the city that offers a tasting bar, and it's very reasonably priced. So they'll have a bunch of bottles and you can have a taste. It's just a wee dram, and it's fairly inexpensive. And that's where Adam tastes a lot of stuff at the LCBO. So when Adam says something is reasonably priced or incredibly priced or anything at the LCBO, you should just blind buy it, because he certainly knows. And it's one that he said is probably the best value that the LCBO has ever had. And he had it rated at pretty darn high, I think, in the 90s. And for him, that's a lot. So, yeah.
Sorry, but like, I just happened to notice something that my brain triggered very oddly. Brandon Knight says, "Hi, everybody." And all I heard was that in like the Simpsons fake doctor voice. Hi, Brandon Knight.
Hi, Nick Riviera.
Funny.
Yep.
Hi, Mr. Brandon. Did you go to Hollywood Upstairs Medical School too?
Oh, good luck.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
What am I drinking while playing Cyberpunk? Nothing. I'm smoking weed while playing Cyberpunk.
Jason is committed full on. I could not drink and play video games. It would be funny though on an RPG or something where you do build a character and make choices. It would be pretty fucking interesting.
I mean, I'm sure it would be entertaining, but no, I haven't really been drinking while playing yet. Anyway,
yeah, I haven't played it yet.
Smoking weed makes you really good at video games, and drinking would make me really, really bad at video games. But like I said, it'd be really interesting to see the path that I would take if I could do that versus not drinking. And it would be easy for me too, because I would just have to have like 2 drams within a half hour to get all buzzing.
That might be fun, like for a stream though, just a whole bunch of drinking and playing video games. We get very silly.
I'm gonna drink a bottle that has a picture of
soon, Brad.
Christina's husband on it.
It's not awkward at all.
No.
Who is that?
No, for real, it does. If you guys have ever seen Lance, basically that's Lance. If he puts a fucking suit and an old school tie on, that's him.
The mustache isn't quite as good.
Yeah. Lance's mustache is way better. You're right, but
they even laugh alike. It's a little creepy.
It's, not the terrible idea. That could work.
Ooh, that was a crazy chirp returning the cork into that bottle there.
Chirpy.
Woo. Yeah, it's incredible. It's a remarkable bottle and definitely well worth $100. And shocking when it was $98. I believe it was Peter that mentioned earlier it was the cheapest in North America. So, like I said, sometimes we do have it good here in the LCBO. The odd time with
sometimes.
So it does happen. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
It's pretty tasty.
Yeah, it is really tasty. It was one that I was maybe going to keep sealed for I don't know what reason, because I don't have any reason to keep any bottle sealed other than waiting to open it with somebody. But no, I had to pop her open and give it a taste. And it is really, really nice. Obviously, the ABV on this is 46, so you can't really compare it to its closest, being the 12, which of course is always at cask strength and a fucking magical dram. So the 12 is certainly much, much nicer, but the 11 is a really, really tasty whiskey, and for me, by far the most impressive celebrity linked whiskey that I've tried. The actual quality of the whiskey so far is remarkable.
Sure.
And I hope to see maybe some more stuff in the future. I mean, there's not a ton offhand that I can think of that are directly involved, with their name on the bottle and that, like the Matthew McConaughey Long Branch. Obviously Metallica, Slipknot.
The black is damn good.
I haven't had a chance to try it.
No, it is damn good. The bottle that we had did not last long.
No.
Okay. And is it a bourbon or is it just an American whiskey?
It's an American whiskey, I do believe.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to try that one. I'm also, it's Metallica, so while I haven't supported much of their albums since the appropriately named Load, I've still hardcore Metallica fan and would love to pick that. Oh yeah, the Pogues, Irish, that's right, which I also haven't had a chance to try. So yeah, gonna have to. So my experience is not vast, but even with like the Game of Thrones series, the whiskeys that I did try, and some of them were great. That Kleinleash was really tasty. I still put this one at a higher quality, and especially because it is literally a direct. Like it's got his picture and name on the bottle, it's not like it's just a signature on the back because he like worked with them or whatever. Like we all know the situation with him.
He was already clearly a fan before the deal.
Yeah, just a bit.
And listen, let's be honest. Any man that makes a canoe out of wood with his own 2 hands is only going to endorse quality.
It's true.
Very true.
Dan froze.
We lost.
Dan definitely froze.
Oh no! We've lost Dan. Oh well.
I thought he was just sitting there like, yeah, I dig it. Yeah. And it's like, wait, no. He's that's permanent now.
Yep, that's there forever.
Haven't lost Dan in a while. Jeez. Oh well.
Did he put on his laptop cooler?
Oh,
I wonder.
Oh.
He better have.
That would be funny. Like, oops, forgot.
Oh no.
I do have to say though that the Eagle Rare 17 is probably the best bourbon I've had in a toddy.
I believe it. It's
very,
a solid
very
bourbon.
good.
It is good.
Might actually try it neat.
Go for it.
Yes. Might actually.
We might.
It's good. I mean, it's still bourbon, but it's good.
Jason.
Do we need to get a new cooler? I think he got one.
No, he needs another. He needs a cooler for the cooler.
He needs a cooler for the cooler.
Yeah.
All right.
An even more intense one.
Yeah, cooler reception's gonna happen.
Cooler within a cooler within a cooler within a cooler.
I mean, that would be interesting to try to build. I don't know how that would work.
It wouldn't work very well.
Not for a laptop anyway. You could build a cooler around like a desktop tower somehow. It would be weird, but you could do it. But for a laptop, you would need to like plug in an external keyboard because it would be complicated.
Okay, so hear me out.
Oh shit!
We build an igloo.
Okay,
and he can only broadcast from the igloo.
I like this idea, although where he lives, it would only survive like half the year, if that.
No. But the igloo is then in a refrigerated room.
Oh, sure, okay.
So we build
it's a cooler in a cooler,
like a walk-in freezer.
Yeah,
okay.
We need a walk-in freezer, and then we'll build.
No, that's an igloo in the freezer.
Welcome back, Dan.
How you doing, Dan? What's up?
Oh, that's awesome. Oh.
So you froze a little bit there, but welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. That's right. Yeah, but Jason, what if you had the gnarly rash pipes of the man? I would trade that any day. If I could rip some old Irish tunes with that voice, I would probably. I mean, I'm gonna get there eventually. I had braces for like most of my life, thanks, Britain. But now like I've had permanent retainers and they're all broken and messed up. So eventually, I'm gonna be having some hardcore. And how many super chats, Jason? Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much, man. Yeah. And that's good advice, by the way.
That's
great advice.
Sharing is important, especially with edibles.
No comment.
And 100% agreed. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Actually, yeah. Christina, we can actually see the blackened bottle along your wall back there.
Oh, yeah.
And Graham, by the way, the bottles in the kitchen are numerous as well.
Most of those bottles came in here.
I'm looking at 5.
Really? 5?
Who would just have random bottles lying around?
No.
I don't know how that happens.
No. Nothing.
What is that?
I'll be collecting this later.
I see 2 bottles of Laga down there. What are those?
One should be the 16 and one is the 8. Yep.
Nice. 2 fantastic drams that.
Very nice.
Yeah, one's, that's a great point for that whole age statement argument there. They're both fantastic. The 16 is a much nicer, in my opinion. But
I really enjoy the 8.
I was going to say, if you're really a Pete head, the 8's probably going to be the favorite.
Yeah.
Fine, twist my arm. I'll drink some water.
Yeah, the 8, incidentally, is my second favorite to use in a smoky Dr. Pepper next to quarter cask.
Solid.
I find they both really they both offer a really, really good punch over the Dr. P.
Yeah, I like the 8 for me has a very floral sense to it, and I really dig it.
There's a lot of I get a lot of ex-bourbon notes on the finish too of that, like just a really vanilla, creamy, nice, wonderful finish on that. And I get the same from the Lega 16, and that's why I always argue when people say Lega 16 sherry cask. I don't get any sherry cask notes from it. And certainly when you compare it against a lot of other sherry cask Isla of similar peated profiles.
That's true.
But yeah, they are they're all delicious, It's
Yeah.
That's a nice surprise.
Ooh, that is a nice surprise.
That's always a really nice surprise.
Oops, I accidentally have more Stag Junior than I thought.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
This Dave,
the Ardbeg 10 is my standard as well.
It seems to be the general favorite.
It is tasty with the Corey Vrecken, though. I'll give it that. It's got some extra punchiness to it.
That's a good point, Graham. And again, if you're into that, like I don't compare it to, but the 8 is kind of like my quarter cask when I don't have quarter cask. It's just really punchy. You get a lot of nice, great peat in there, but still some wonderful cask influence on the back end that I really like. Lots of my stocks are back to 8 ball. Jeez. So I would love to have that. And I know you're drinking them too, so that's fantastic. I support anybody that's doing that to have them. You cannot have too much of it. It really is one of the classic malts. And I could never, ever. I don't know what I was saying. Lega 16 is great, and it's one that you always want to have on the shelf. And the price for it here is going up.
Hey, this I believe. I haven't had Wee Beastie yet, but from everything that I understand about how extra spiky the peat is and stuff, I believe it for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Again,
what tease? Okay.
Actually, Mr. Dave K, I believe, picked up some Wee Beastie today.
Nice.
Very yeah.
Nice.
I know where that will be sitting, so I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that means like 10 hours of not playing Cyberpunk though, so never mind. I can't.
Port Charlotte, one of the best heavily peated drams you can get on Isla, produced by Bruichladdich.
Oh my god,
that is tasty. It is. It goes really good with it.
It does. And again, I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to Bruichladdich. They are such a fantastic distillery. It's great whiskey.
Really trying for that sponsorship.
Really,
we don't have nearly enough of an audience for them to care about sponsorship. But I'm on board. I mean, if they wanted to, that's fine.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta go full bore, okay?
Sure,
like the tattoo, the forehead tattoo is coming, guys.
Welcome to Octomore country.
Don't make me show up next week with an Ardbeg A covering my face.
Yeah, well, I'll show up with a Bruichladdich B covering my.
It's gonna get complicated.
It's already that black. Black starts with a B. So does Bruichladdich. Boom.
Yeah, do the hurdles. Yeah, I like it when you do the mental hurdles. Yeah.
Graham, that's really weird, especially because the 12 is a limited release. And it is super fantastic. Yeah, it's a really striking color.
Catches the light on the shelf amazingly.
It does. It
it's
really
lovely,
does. And
one of the most classic colors that there are.
It's a lovely cooling hue that brings a nice relaxation to your customers as they sit at the bar.
So Peter, that's a good point. So I'm not sure if it is universal because I can't say for certain, but and Peter, I believe it was you that actually mentioned that the price for Octomore was going to be quite a lot higher before it was released up here out west in that. And of course it did. It's $100 more than it was last year for the releases. And Octomore already was a little pricier, but you could pick up a brand new one at retail for 150 Canadian up here, 159 for, depending on, the 0.3s or sometimes a little more or whatever, the 0.1s. And that's a really good point. Port Charlotte is remarkable. There's tons of offerings, tons of cask finishes, different age statements, and it is a remarkable peated dram from Bruichladdich, and I mean this in all seriousness. So when you can't have Octomore, PC definitely would be the way to go. It's much more reasonably priced, and it's still fantastic. And again, not to take anything away from Octomore. Octomore is remarkable, amongst my favorite peated drams. But it is very, very expensive now, which is pretty crazy. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Cole Keegan. I've yet to get some of that, but it's on the list for sure. Now we're just being watched by the modified Eye of Sauron. That's actually the eye. That's probably the Eye of Ardbeg. If I had to guess, that is it.
We're always watching.
Always watching.
Yeah, Jim. Glendronach is a great Scotch, just fantastic, and the 12 is really nice. Really, it's got. It's just got nice body on it, really nice fruit notes, and like a deep stewed kind of plum type of stuff. It's been a while since I've spent some time with it though. Yeah. Jim, you're a good supporter, and I love you. I really don't want to have. Oh, that's a nice. This. Look, tell me that isn't a striking looking bottle that just looks fantastic on any shelf. And even better, the juice inside.
It is tasty.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. That's crazy. And while I've only had two Long Row Reds, they are top shelf drams, just remarkable. Really been digging the wine cask Campbelltowns in the past couple of years, big time. Namely the Long Row 17 Chardonnay single cask. Stellar. It is the one whiskey that I have back there that I'm just trying so hard to save, but it's one that's so good that when you want to drink it as much as possible. But it is what it is. I'm trying to save it. Hopefully one day I'll be able to have people in my house and all that jazz.
That's better.
But let's talk about Blackheart.
Blackheart is good stuff too. Yeah.
It is good stuff too. I still have a bottle here, one of the minis that has just the tiniest bit in it. Oh. I
think we still have a mostly full bottle left of Blackheart. 91, I think.
That would be.
It's the 4.1.
4.1. So good. That was the first. Well, technically not the first. That was the second Brad spoiled dram that I had. That it's the second one that I got my hopes. I was like, oh, this is absolutely phenomenal. I definitely like Scotch. Like I'm 100% on board with Scotch. Like what is bourbon? I don't even care. Let's go get me one of these Blackhearts and take it. Oh. Yeah,
about that.
Yeah, but now at least you could get the 200 ml ones, right?
Yep. Big time.
They didn't exist back then, but
they did not. I think that's one of the best possible things. Imagine like there's so many other whiskeys that if they did that. You know, it would be, it's a good thing for the consumers. You know, obviously, it goes without saying, it offers the chance for someone to pick up a normally expensive bottle at a greatly discounted price, but you still get, you know, your neat little bottle, and you know, you didn't have to do a bottle split and have it in like the clear bottles or whatever. So yeah, I think it was remarkable, and I got it on sale. I think it ended up being $70
That's not bad at
for
all.
200 mils of black art.
Yeah, more distilleries need to start doing stuff like that.
Absolutely. Especially with like the design of the bottle being the same as the regular one and stuff. Like it just looks good.
Yeah, it does. It's great. And they obviously, it's something they do because like they have the two different exploration packs. I have the barley exploration pack that has the organic barley, the beer barley, and the Isla barley. And then they have, I believe, it's the teal one, the classic laddie box set that I think might even have a Port Charlotte in there. It's like a Port Charlotte classic laddie and maybe one of the like the Scottish barley.
Oh yeah, I think that might be the one that I got originally. Classic laddie, Port Charlotte, heavily peated, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the Scottish barley or one of the other ones, Isla barley or Scottish barley.
Yeah, it's more like a broad range of what they have to offer, and so that's 7, including the black art. That's 7 different bottlings that they offer in the 200 mil. So maybe that is something that they like. Imagine a black art set for like $150 or something, where you get 3 different versions.
That would be crazy.
God, that would be.
I would definitely do that.
I'd be all, and the box, just the opportunity for the marketing and all. You could probably charge a little more, but yeah, really, really neat. Because let's face it, black art's some of the coolest fucking bottles ever to ever be released.
Indeed.
In my opinion.
No, 100%. Jason, I have not. I will.
All right, excellent. I haven't played that either. I'll have to check that out.
With what time, Brad? You're going to be playing Cyberpunk until the end.
Eventually, I'll get to other things.
Why do you got to step all over my dreams, Pete?
Sheesh. So once we get the Brookbody sponsorship, we'll have a direct line to them, and we'll be able to try to get these things to happen. You know,
I'm not even wearing my Brookbody shirt. I'm fired.
Yes.
Worst shill ever.
I'm trying.
On that note, though, Super Lemon Haze is a fantastic.
Oh my god, that font looks like it's like CG'd on there. That was weird.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's hardcore. It screams. There's exactly not. It's not very subtle at all.
No, it is not.
Oh yeah, we're having fun.
Some would say that font slaps.
I am literally. This is
Some
so.
would
I
say
haven't.
that.
The last time oh, that's not true. I think I had a wee dram a few days ago that I didn't end up finishing. But before that would have been the last stream I was on again. So yeah, it's 2 wee drams and Hayes is feeling it.
That happens when you take a decent break.
Yes. Oh,
I mean, I could probably order one by then. that could happen.
Oh,
what is Amazon Prime for, if not that kind of ridiculous nonsense, right?
It's true.
Graham was one of those. Oh no.
Are you having a stroke?
You're dropping everything.
Something's weird.
Something's going on here. That the void is maybe.
Did you just blue screen of death?
Having a feeling? What's happening? Is this emotion? What is happening?
What happens when the void feels emotion? He goes from black to blue. He's having feelings.
I don't know.
Wait, you know it, buddy. I actually many years ago, Puffs, I got heavy into a bit of a breeding project with a lot of purple strains and a couple good haze strains, Super Silver Haze and Arion's Ultra Haze #1. So I wanted to work to create a purple haze, but spelt like my last name. And it was probably the most effort I put into a breeding project before. And sadly, pollen and seeds and everything were stored incorrectly. So the whole project is long gone and lost.
That sucks.
But there's always the future. A lot of those genetics are still available from the original breeders, so I can eventually work my way back into doing something fun like that in the rare chance that my life ever allows me to have a moment. But yeah, don't get me starting talking about that, because that's a fucking
I don't know. The void's feeling seems to be going haywire.
Yeah, Steve, I think that is what has happened. And
he blew himself.
Yeah, yes, we both took that at the same time.
He blew himself.
I could direct you to a Facebook page that belongs on. That is great. Great. Oh,
there we go. It's back to normal now.
Full power.
I feel better now. Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna chalk it up to Berkolotic.
Emotions are tricky sometimes. You got to process through them. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
I feel better now. I feel better now.
Yeah, that's probably what the problem was.
Yeah, I think what happened was seriously was all the Berkolotti kind of like hurt me inside.
Sure.
So I have to atone now.
Show us where the Berkolotti touched you, Void.
Inside.
Just all kind of, this kind of area, right?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
I have to because of how painful it is.
Oh, geez. Why? Why would you do that? No. Stream over. That's the end. I'm not dealing with that anymore.
This is now turned into
thank you.
It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that Ed is going to be streaming in a minute. It's all because of that.
Oh,
kill it now.
Kill it now.
So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to whatever this is every week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's good times.
Insanity.
And don't forget to check out the Rot Gut review. Ed will be torturing himself with some nonsense, I'm sure. His advent calendar is in full swing, with Erica torturing him with Buffalo Trace every single day. It's been great.
Yeah, it is.
Cheers, everybody. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.